What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I am the Crypto Vet, and good morning, happy Friday, wherever it is for you. Today I'm just going to go over some quick updates on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, explained just from scratch. It's going to be quick though, it's going to be quick. I have zero indicators on any of my charts right now. We're going to step back and then we'll zoom right back to where we are now. Then I'm also going to show you my trades on Bybit right now, as well as go ahead and look at some OMG. Last night, right as I was getting ready to crash, because I'd been up for way too damn long, it just started to pump. So I used to, like 2 weeks ago, I had a bunch, probably 400 or so, but I was using it on Coinbase Pro, trading back and forth with Bitcoin and a bunch of other things. And I guess my bag did not stay as high as it was by the time we had the pump, even though I was bullish on it. I did mention how I had way too many coins and it was getting a little hard for me to manage that, the Discord, actually working and doing everything, because it's a one-man show here, guys. You got me on research, you got me on doing everything, editing, you got mediocre talent. I mean, the whole picture is run just by me. So I'm going to change that here up soon, because my buddies are awesome, and they said that they wanted to help me because they love the show and they started investing because of me. So they're going to help me with some editing. They're going to help me make this shit look a lot better, because like I said, this is mediocre at best, but this is the best I got, because I had no idea how to do any of this crap. I learned After Effects from scratch, so my intro was made by me. I used a template, don't get me wrong, but I had to do all the other stuff in the scripting to make the numbers. I wanted it to be XRP and BTC, ETH in the background. Yeah, that shit was way too hard, so you got numbers instead. But the Crypto Vet ending, where it slices through, that was a tutorial on YouTube on just how to, that was from like blank screen on After Effects. So, but I'm getting better at this, just like I am with charting. So we're gonna see where we can take this thing. So if you haven't liked, subscribed, please join up now, because I'm about to bring a shit ton more content. And actually, what you doing up here? Go down there. You ain't that high yet. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to make this look a lot better. I'll improve the camera quality, because I said I do have nice cameras and things like that. It's just kind of difficult on my laptop, which you can probably hear taking off like a giant sky blender over here. So I'll probably get me a nice PC. I'm building it right now. I thought this ridiculous ass gaming laptop would be enough, but I just don't have enough ports for all my monitors and everything that's hooked up. But without further ado, thank you guys so much. I'm going to start doing this full time here soon. Not because I don't want to be a vet, but because I hurt my knee and it's just too damn hard to keep working and standing up for surgery 8 hours a day and things like that. So until I get my knee fixed and the Rona is done, it looks like I'm all in for you guys, family. So let's hit the fucking charts. Alright, let's start on CoinMarketCap. We can see right now we've been trading sideways still, 11,785 for Bitcoin. We have Chainlink still down 10%, down to 14. I imagine this consolidation will be done here soon, so hold strong. I said Chainlink's got a lot of room to grow. Don't be the guy who bought at 18, sold at 14, then gets back in at 22, right? Don't be the triple idiot. I'm not calling you an idiot, I'm just saying you're a little dumb for doing it the way you did. Just wait, watch YouTubers, watch people, learn, and you can see that you can plan these pumps accordingly. But here it is, OMG network up to 24, almost has a $1 billion market cap, up 66%. It was up 150%. So let's go ahead and go to the charts. So on Bitcoin, I have us here on the weekly. You know, and it just looks like a bunch of little red and green, and you know, what do you do from this, right? So stepping back on these here, I'm just going to go ahead and say, right where we're trading right now, seems to be like there was some resistance here before, right? If we come down, we can see, if I just put a horizontal ray right there, we cut this chart in half, we have resistance all across this area, and that's right at around 11,750. We're close to kind of a big even number here, and this has been a struggle for us to get over. So I'm just going to leave that number there real fast, or that array there real fast. So let's go ahead and see what else we got. We have our last high, this 13,671, and then we come down, we have right above this 11,700, we have the 12,000 point, which shows we've had more resistance there as well, which you can see we are currently fighting right now. I mean, if I drew a fib retracement here, we could also see that this is pretty much the golden pocket. All right, let's just come down to here. We can see in between the 0.5 and the 0.618 here to here, and I'm going to take these indicators off, but you can see here that in this region here, this is where we've had the most issues getting over to get back to new all-time highs. Okay, so let's get that off just because it's kind of cluttered. So where do we go from here? We had our descending giant triangle here that broke to the downside. We came out. We pretty much had another little descending triangle here, and if it does help for visualization, I can draw all of them. Let me just actually use the marker. Here, we drop down. Here, drop down. Afterwards, we've had some decent pumps. Then this is where Corona hit. Okay, so overall right now, we've still been in a giant downtrend. So let's go and we'll put it there, because when we broke above this point here is when we started to get all, woo, shit gonna get good, right? So we have this downtrend. So overall, if we're looking at the weekly candle chart, we've broken this huge downtrend of resistance. 2.5 years of downtrend since the $19,665 and was it 39 cents? I think it was the highest it ever got to, something like that, 665. But whatever the case is, we've broken out of this and we have found good support above this line, and we are now in this rally. All right, so if anybody is bearish, I'm not bearish till we go below this line for sure. But then also, let's go down to here where's the 10.5? The 10.5 point. So this was the point where we had rejection when we were trying to get over this resistance line, and we were unable to get that, and we crashed down, and we came up and we struggled to get over it again. When we finally got over it again, it put us into this window here, this 10.5 up to about 12.1ish. About there. And if you remember from what I said earlier, where does that put us in this whole stack of things? It puts us right in between the 0.5 and the 0.618. So right now we're in that like golden pocket trying to decide, are we going up, we're going down. All right, and if you're not familiar with Fibonacci retracements, I've said it in other videos, it's a pattern of numbers. 1 + 2 = 3, 2 + 3 = 5, 3 + 5 = 8, 5 + 8 = 13, and you just keep going up and up and up. And it's a known thing in basically human psychology and fractals that everything is going to follow within these patterns, because everybody sees it in the same way. And you can go as deep as you want or not into the whole understanding of Fibonacci and what it is, but in the end it makes a good point that everybody makes similar decisions at these points. You can draw them at any top to any bottom on any scale on any chart, and most of the time they will add up somewhere along those lines. So since we're right here, we're at the point where most people see the same thing. So until we get out of that up or down, we're going to probably just stay right here. So as far as what's going to happen here for Bitcoin in the future, well, we can zoom in now and see. So on the stepping back, we can see that we are still bullish. We're holding above previous resistance, holding it as support, which is the 10.5 here. We are struggling on resistance that we had before, because after that there ain't shit there to hold us back. So that is the 12.1, 12.2-ish range here. So to help us visualize this, if you have the expensive ass trading view like I do, you can get the visual range, or it shows where the trading volume is, not just the volume during the particular candle. So if we see here, look at all the volume that we have had traded at these levels, from $6,000 all the way up to this $12,000 mark. What's above it? You can see that there's this huge drop. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Actually, let me go to where you can see the prices too. Shit, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so we can see that we have hardly any volume up here. Then There's just nothing that's holding us back all the way up to 20,000. So at any point we could have a breakout to the upside. However, we would have to overcome this 12.2, 12.1-ish resistance. So this is why I don't remember who asked me, whether the comments or Discord, but somebody asked me, it's like, how can you still be bullish right now when it's dropping after the rejection? Well, in the short term, I am bearish. Determining whether you're bullish or bearish is going to be on a time window interval. So on the weekly chart, I am bullish. Nothing is telling me that we are 100% bearish yet, because we've broken through the big trends that really set us back on the weekly. So now we could take these lines, we can just leave them there, and let's say we just really zoom in. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, so we see that way back here is in May. We started to go above that trend line, we broke through, and then all the way here, which is July of this year, is when we started this trend above the 10.5, and we've all been checking out this pattern, because now we're trying to figure out where do we go from here. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the RSI. On the MACD, you can see that we are about to have potentially have a cross on the 4 hour, a bullish cross. But let's just get rid of that. So where are we at here? So if we take, and I'm trying to use just the really simple tools here, because there's you can get as complicated as you want, and yes, I do use a lot of weird indicators, which I would be more than happy to go over if anybody is interested in them, but I use them more for scalping and doing quick trades to make money. I never really publicized that I did that because I didn't know if I was good at it yet. Well, I've been being pretty successful for the past 2.5 months now, so I think it's fair to say that I can go ahead and try to show my methods off. Again, I'm just a doctor/idiot. This is not financial advice. I've just been pretty successful with it, but I use so many things all together to do this stuff, including fundamental analysis, as well as anything in the macro trends that I can apply. Damn, my laptop finally quieted down. That thing was loud. I use everything I can in accordance with it. So if I see something on the weekly on Bitcoin and I'm expecting like a drop or a big push, I'll be a little more conservative on my leverage trading, because at any moment that shit can change, right? So I'm not going to bet, one whole Bitcoin on 50x leverage that it's going to go up when there are big trends saying it could still go down, right? Because what will probably happen is it'll go down, I'll get shit on, and then it'll go up, and I was still right. I was just wrong on my timing, and all of this stuff is timing. Okay, so here on this chart, we had what I was doing as our ascending channel, and we can see that we've been following this ascending channel pretty well. I had it set on mine to where I went all the way to the wick, so that way I could make my trade stop losses and take profits a little more accurate. But let's go ahead and just take this to candle bodies here, because you're always going to have those little overextensions as the market decides, oh, yep, that's exactly where we need to be, right? And we had the flash crash up here, but we haven't really had many wicks up past that. So I'm going to keep this top line right where it's at. So if we look here, we can see that we came down, touched it, came up. Then we came above to hit the 50%, didn't quite make it, but then all of a sudden we did, but we got stopped out. This was the last rally, in my sense, like a shakeout real quick to see if we were really there. And now we dropped down. I told people I was really worried. I started shorting here, right around the 11,995, which if you come to this, let's go, this is my XRP trade that's open. If we go to my Bitcoin trade, we can see on the bottom, I started at 11,995. My take profit was at 11,536, and it only got to 11,565 or something. That was like $30 off, right? So I still have it open. I'm probably actually going to close it here today, and I'll tell you why. Now, back on the Bitcoin chart, we can see we're riding this line up. The last time we touched it, came down and touched it a second time, we had this W. We have higher lows, one low, two lows, one low, two low. And what do? We came back up to touch the 50%, came here, shot up, and did it again, right? So what does this mean? Well, now we have been slowly building up. We've reset the RSI and the MACD. Our convergence has come down. Our relative strength index is in a safer place, which I should probably just show you guys since I keep talking about it. And this is probably going to be a long video, but I wanted to just show you guys how I do all this stuff again since I've had lots and lots of new subscribers. So this is the 4 hour. Look at our RSI. We are down here at the 42. Right? We have had some bearish divergence, which I've seen play out about 50% of the time. I know a lot of YouTubers will call this law. We have a decrease in RSI, but we have a increase in price action, right? This usually, they always say bearish divergence is just going to switch to the opposite side. It just means that there's going to be a trend reversal by far, as much as I've learned, right? But I haven't always seen that play out, because what can happen is we could have a nice little spike up here, get up to about there, and then this RSI will hit right here. Well, now there's no longer bearish divergence, and it's gone, right? It's just something to take into account, that right now the overall market trend is showing that we're going up, but it's not quite doing it the way we wanted to, so people could flip that switch really fast, and then you could have those little crashes, right, like we had right here. So which you could see we did have bearish divergence then, increase in price action here, and then what happened? Boom, came down. So as we keep doing this, there's still a chance that it could happen, but just, you got to take everything with a grain of salt and make your own decisions, right? All right, so here, the last couple times that we've touched this bottom line, we've only stayed down here just a tad, right? So if we have a good bounce up here and head up, I would say that we are probably going to actually break out to the upside and actually hit the 13,000. Because when we cross this 50% on this ascending channel, we will also have to cross our 12.1, 12.2 resistance line. If we break above that, it's a higher chance now, because we've been piecing away at this bad boy trying to get up. There's a higher chance that we will go up, and then from there it could just be a quick chain reaction, because there's no range of trading volume here, and exchanges are holding less. I think the 20% less Bitcoin than they usually hold. I'll have to pull up the article. I read it, I think, last night. So overall, more people are hodling Bitcoin. They're not actually putting it on exchanges. You know, a lot of those big whale alerts were actually just exchanges moving their own funds around. So if we do come up to this, and we're going to have this nice little W form here, it'd be real easy to just see this thing go up really, really high. So that's the only reason I wanted to bring this up, because I know a lot of people have been talking about how everything's changed and stuff like that. And personally, it's not going to change for me yet until we drop to this 10.5, which would be a break out of our bullish trend here. And then from there, yes, we could fill the CME gap and do a lot of other things. But for right now, everything still looks bullish. So let's go ahead and add some more indicators that I don't usually show half the time. But here's just the 4 moving averages. This is the 25, 50, 120, or 200. And we can see, if I zoom in, let's spread them out, because I know there's going to be a lot of indicators and it gets confusing. If we go here, we can see that the red is the 25, we have the yellow is the 50, the 100 is the purple, and this gray, you can just see the little tit down here, is the 200. So right now, we are testing all of these moving averages. We were rejected on the 50, so we're coming down and bouncing now off the 100 simple moving average. So if we come up and get above this, we're back above all of our moving averages again, very bullish. If I take these off, let's go ahead and put the Bollinger Bands on. This here is the 20 exponential moving average. And we can see that once we come up, let me make sure, because sometimes I say shit and in my head and you guys get confused. Where's moving average exponential? Let me change this to, I like 21 more than 20, but you can use however you want it. Yeah, so it's about that red line, which is most of the time why I don't actually put the 21 EMA on here, even though it's a really powerful indicator, is the Bollinger Bands usually give me an idea of where that indicator actually is, and I don't have to do it. I could just edit the script on this and make it that way, but we can see that if we get above that, we're on top of everything here again. And it's not just on the 4 hour, I could move to the daily and the two day, and we still have very, very similar bullish signs. So something to look out for is right here. I am actually probably just going to close my short on Bitcoin, just because I'm already up 60%. This was a small little deal. I'm just going to close it by market right now. Here, done. Okay, we made a little bit of money right there, a little bit of money. And I will be looking for a short-term long at high leverage up to about the 12 1-ish range, and from there I will probably do trailing stop profits to kind of ride it up, and we'll see from there. So that's kind of my update on Bitcoin. I know that was a lot. I think I was like, holy shit, that was 20 minutes. But I just wanted you to see that I show little videos and little snapshots on my Discord, but there's so much more that goes into this, and this is why I was going to start a Twitch stream, because every day I could start and show you everything from scratch. We can add new indicators. I can show you the scalp tool that I use, which has been very successful. I've edited it a little bit for me and my liking, but there's a lot that goes into this that you're not going to see just on every YouTube video, because I mean there's just so much to talk about. Look, it took me 20 minutes and I haven't even started on the other coins yet, right? So we're going to get into that and what we can do, and then maybe we can make everybody a little bit more successful at trading these markets. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. For Ethereum, it's going to be fast and easy here. All right, we have been in this ridiculous little uptrend here, right, that we broke out of, and we can see all the way in the back. So we'll just do this simple resistance support approach here, and right actually where we're trading at right now at the 410 was an area of trouble and misdecision way back after the rally. This is where we actually bounced off to get our second little peak here that was successful, and then once we broke it, we haven't been able to get above it again. It was also issues back before we had the main rally. All right, so let's just zoom into here. We can see on the RSI on the weekly we're still overbought, but look, we're coming back down. Our MACD is still holding strong, and we're actually not crazy high. We're only at about 59. So let's get rid of these and take a look just at Ethereum as it is. So you can put trend lines wherever you want, doing whatever you do, as long as you can come up for a reason as to why those lines and supports are good. So for Ethereum here, I'm still very, very bullish. I said that if we did come down and break below certain points, that's when I would, oh my lord, I would start to be worried. All right, and if we look here, we are above our previous resistance. We are above a long-term resistance point, and we're doing pretty good. So let's go to the 4-hour and let's see how we're doing in small terms. And so now that we have everything broken down a little bit better, this is where I had my original line. Where is it? Right here. The reason I had this line here is because I was actually using a fib fan, and this was, I believe, the 0.5 or the 0.236 mark. And we came up, we were riding this good, we broke through this resistance, and we found an in-between here. We were doing well, doing good, still are. And we have been in an ascending channel. And these aren't in exact spots. I'm trying to make this go a little bit better, a little bit faster, so you guys can get the hell off my channel. So we're in this rally, bull flag, ascending channel. After the rally, continuation pattern. Typically there's a break to the upside matching the distance of the original rally, and I left these other big lines on here because look, we've had double bounce here. We had a bounce on the ascending channel as well as this support line here. So we were coming up, we've had resistance on this line here that's just showing basic uptrend and Fibonacci retracement. I have another line here to show just support that we could bounce up, but there's a lot more support in this range. So for Ethereum, we came up, looked like we were almost potentially forming a double top or a head and shoulders to break down. Well, we broke down, but we stayed in good, solid support on the long-term resistance slash support line as well as on this ascending channel. We are now above it. And if we go ahead and just add those simple moving averages, you can see here that we are struggling in between the moving averages, but this moving average is going to hold pretty well here, it looks like, because we also have this, and if we can get above that, we'll be easily able to break through the 50 and the 100 and continue going up in this healthy trend. So like I said, I'm still very, very bullish on Ethereum. I do need to do a little more research and just basically go over which indicators have been better for Ethereum, because I haven't charted Ethereum anywhere near as much as I have XRP or BTC. So, you know, this is just overall looking really, really good to me for Ethereum. All right, so moving over to XRP, let's get off of my scalping thing. So here, I left the indicators on just because I was going to delete it and show you, but since we're already at 25 minutes, we can see that we're about to have a little bit of a bullish cross here if we can have another bounce up. So right now, we were in a descending channel. This is the 4-hourly. We came down, we broke through this good support line, came down, followed the channel, and we have been on our way bouncing up. We did struggle again, but we haven't created a lower low yet. So if we can have a bounce here, which is at 28.50, kind of a big even, and put that there, take our fib tool, put this on auto, here we go. Just go to the bottom of that little crash there. Look at where we're bouncing in between. Remember that 0.5 and that 0.618? We're right in there. So we have lots and lots of good support right here, especially because we're already in a bull rally. So I would expect a nice bounce here to come back up. If we do come down, we're going to get caught in really, really good places. So I said I'm still bullish on XRP as well. Just right now in the short term, I do have a short open. So if we come over here, and if you guys want me to do more in depth on XRP and Ethereum alone, just let me know. I'm just cutting it short because this video is going to be about 30 minutes when I'm done. All the same things apply when you chart any of them. All you have to do is just look for shit that looks right, and then build a narrative as to why it is, and then use the strengths of each indicators to weight whether or not your narrative is any good. So like I said, on XRP, I'm currently in a short. I will most likely take my profits right around the 28.50 mark, since it looks like we're probably going to get a good bounce there, and then I'll reevaluate and see where new good buy-ins would be. My next buy-in would probably be a short-term long if we held here a little bit. You know, if I miss out, I miss out, but I could put in a nice long and then either try to take it up the, you know, about halfway through, or wait to see if we can get up to the 29.50. If we do get up to that, that would be very, very good. We would be breaking this descending channel. And if we get above the 29.53, I will put in a long position, probably lower leverage, so that way I can make sure if I was faked out, be good, don't get stopped out, and don't lose too much if I do get stopped out, because this is all about reducing risk and managing your reward here, right? And then, you know, I would definitely be looking for potentially another top here, or I would go a little lower just to make sure I can make my profits, and then enter in a new trade there, because, you know, if you try to wait for the huge swing, you'll probably miss out every time. Go for what you're pretty sure is going to be good. All right, and last but not least, let's go ahead and just look at OMG. Not much charting available on this. We have a high up here. We got our lows there. And you can see we got shit on right at the 0.236 here. So a break above this here would be very, very bullish on top of everything that we see. And then from there, you know, we can see where else we can go to. If you want even tighter frame windows, let's go to where we started off before, down to here. Still, instead of the 0.236, look, now we're at the 0.382. This is why the fib retracement is so damn important. Okay, so I expect that we will probably either close this weekly candle somewhere, you know, in this range if we're taking this as a slow rally, and we will stay above this 0.236, and we'll slowly piece our way up. You know, we can go all the way back to all-time highs and more. I said I know limited about OMG, as I did buy some, but before I feel comfortable actually trying to talk about it and explain, you know, the future and stuff that it could hold, I would like to do more research for you guys, so that way it isn't just me mumbling and potentially saying inaccurate information. But if you hold OMG, I would say just hold a little bit longer. And again, I'm just a doctor/idiot. This is not financial advice, but lots of room to grow. I'm bullish on all crypto. If you hold any crypto, you're probably going to make some money if you sell it at the right time. So don't hold those DeFi coins to the death of you, because those DeFi coins are going to keep rolling over and turning over. A lot of them are the exact same projects, just a different name at the top of the white paper. So That's going to do it for here. Let's just chop this bitch at 30 minutes. I'll do another video later today, and I'm going to try to bring you 1 to 2 videos every day. 1 video with updates, 1 videos with just some new information, things to keep a lookout for. And we're going to tear this shit up. Please like, please subscribe. If you want to talk to me directly all the damn time, hop in the Discord, guys. I haven't had many new people join the Discord. Had 200 more subscribers, 2 more Discord people. The Discord's where it's at. Ask the people there. I said, you can ask me any question, and half the time if you ask me a request, I'll put out a video within a couple hours just to help you, because I know this shit is time sensitive. But thank you so much. We're gonna kill this shit. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.